Hello friends and other relations, and welcome back to another episode of Surviving the Elements. I hope you're having a nice day, and I apologize for not having this up last night. It took me a little longer to fix this deck to where it actually worked than normal. It was not an easy deck to balance, and it's still not all that... I like the idea, and I'm really interested to see what people have to say about it, but there has to be a better way to balance this. The only way to get any permanent control was to add a Shard of Focus, and I only have one Shard of Focus. I was really hoping to find some other way to do it, but yeah, it didn't work out. This was originally an Entropy Fire deck, actually. But let me show you what I've done here. And the card I'm featuring today is called the Dissipation Shield. It's one of my favorite shields on a good day. Okay, it's not really my favorite shield at all, but it used to be one of my favorite shields. And the fact is, whenever I try to make use of it in a deck anymore, it mostly just comes out as annoying. Now, it works really well when it works well. The idea behind the Dissipation Shield is it uses an entropy quantum to absorb 3 damage from any physical damage source. So your creatures and weapons that try to attack you, any damage that they want to do is dissipated so long as you have entropy quanta to spare. If you have lots of entropy quanta, this shield is impenetrable, except for from spell damage or momentum creatures. The regular shield dodgers. Anyway, but if you run out of entropy, then the Dissipation Shield dissipates. It disappears, and you are left defenseless. And the thing is, while you're using entropy to block, you can't use entropy very well to put out creatures and other things. So it has that very significant weakness. But I tried to offset that weakness a bit by using Otyughs for creature control, and for most of the damage that you'll be doing. Anyway, let me show you how the deck works. I've gotten it to the point where it's winning most games against AI 3, but it would need a lot of work before it started winning any games against AI 4. By the way, if you have any suggestions for improving this deck, please let me know. It also tends to give you a much longer game than it should, especially if you're playing a deck with creature control. Now, I've decked out a few of the air life decks on the AI3, and that's most of the times I win against them is because I deck them out. This is a 40-card deck versus what's usually... no, AI3 often has more than that, but not always. It just depends. Looks like this time we're facing a time deck? Interesting. I'm used to a time light deck. Well, oh, this is the Scarab deck, I think. Okay, well, this is an interesting start then. The Scarab deck could be interesting against the Scarab deck. So long as I get the Otyugh out quickly, I don't have too much to be concerned about. The Purple Nymph can antimatter the Pharaohs, and the Otyughs can devour the Scarabs before the Scarabs devour them. That's going to be annoying. Okay, antimatter the Pharaoh. I really need to get an Otyugh out there, but I haven't drawn it yet, even though I have a lot of Otyughs to choose from. That's okay. Antimattering the Scarabs should have a similar effect, just not nearly as... Eventually they'll start devouring my Purple Nymphs regardless, and that's not good. Come on. Oh, there we go. Otyugh. Da-da-da-da-da-dun. Let's antimatter both of them, and then hope for the best. Okay. Nope, he went ahead and started devouring things. Well, this could still balance out. I've got him down to 46, and I still have 100. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm going to momentum the Otyugh and devour that Scarab. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Now there's nothing that can devour me right now. Okay. I like where this is going. I like it very much, actually. This could be quite interesting. I'll devour that Scarab first. Okay. I'll go ahead and play Dissipation Shield because I've got lots of entropy to work with right now. And that way I can actually show you the card that I'm featuring. Even though he's not doing any damage at the moment. Still, this is really the worst deck to have a Dissipation Shield against anyway. Any deck with lots of creatures is going to whittle down your entropy more than a creature with big creatures, more than a deck with big creatures, because each attack counts off the entropy separately. So the more 10 1/1 creatures does as much damage as a creature with 30 attack, basically. It eats into your entropy pool as much as a creature with 30 attack. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, devour that. Antimatter him. Ta-ta! Okay. Yeah, I got my creatures out faster than he did, so this went better than... This actually is going to go quicker than most times that you'll play with this deck if you try this deck out. You certainly don't have to, but I would be interested if you do try it out in knowing how it goes. Because I did put a lot of work into it, and I would love to see this deck in the best shape it can be. Oh, this is getting interesting. He's using his heals, and he's bringing out 2 scarabs at once now, so this could be quite interesting. Okay. Discord is a good card to use whenever your opponent's having a Quanta starvation issue. It makes it impossible for him to play anything, almost. Unfortunately, in this situation, he's got plenty of Quanta to work with, so I'm just eating away at what's already pretty plentiful. Still, it doesn't hurt, and it's 4 damage per turn, so I've always liked Discord, you know, when I'm using it, not when my opponent uses it. It's mostly annoying. Okay. Yeah. And one good thing about the Dissipation Shield is if you get it out early enough and you have enough Quanta, it's much easier to get an Elemental Mastery that way. So, definitely a plus there. Okay. Antimatter that. Antimatter him. Oh, antimatter him. There we go. And I think we might win this turn. Just barely. There we go. See? Elemental Master. Nailed it! Anyway, thank you friends and other relations for watching. I hope you're having a good day. I will include a deck import code in the description for you to check out if you'd like. And go on a fun adventure. Do something awesome, and I will see you anon. Bye-bye.